So, ladies and gentlemen, we have here today Sergeant Cup. Yes, I finally managed to find myself a Cup around here. There was a chance a couple months ago I had a chance to get him, but was convinced otherwise to save my money. Yes, that was during a period of I was jobless. Oh. Okay, he's a little wobbly. Ugh! Okay. Okay, that's better. Yeah, sometimes if I mistransform him, he gets a little wobbly. And he won't... There, I see. Like that. He gets uneven on... And just squish him down. Oh well. Anyway, here is Cup. In his truck mode. A nice little truck mode. It looks kind of like... when they do those take on old cars in a modern way, like the new Mustangs and the new Chargers. It looks kind of like that. Like they took a old truck design and modernized it. That's what it kind of looks like to me. Now, the first things first, you probably see off the top, he has 2 clip points. This is mostly for his robot mode, as pretty much acts like a backpack. And nice little truck bed detailing in there. And then, as a nice little point of articulation, as part of the transformation, the tailgate can go down. So you can have him load and unload stuff around here. And, like I said in previous videos, I love it when you're able to store a gun anytime you want on the figure. Most of the time, I really love it when it's a gun like this, where it's not supposed to be like, okay, it's a chunk of the door that folds out to a gun. No, that's a little lazy. But when you're able to take a gun like this, yes, there's robot parts. When you're able to take a gun like this and hide it, see, it makes the second tailpipe. And I like that. And now even in this mode, you can take this out. And as you can tell, it has that little clip on it already. And store it on top. Make him a little sniper. Or you can flatten it and... Whee! Like so. And of course, from the Warpath review, I still have my weapons over here. Ta-da! So you can really arm this dude up. Now, more clip points will open themselves up after you get this guy transformed, and if I don't try to break the toy. And herefore, again, this guy is a newer toy, therefore I will show you how to transform him. Of course, you know, standard, that was the only point of articulation. Tail bed can go down. Now, I'm putting my fingers here, because if I was just to do this, these are the actual feet, and the feet would pop out. So, let's get this guy transformed. First of all, you want to pull these door panels out. Arm. Arm. And you're going to want to go ahead and spin these panels around and bring these wheels down. Trust me, these things kind of get in the way already. Spin it, pull it down. And you want to rotate them up, like so. Now what I do is that it says to start working on the hood, but what I do to help that along is that I bend the knees, fold out the tailgate, pull these down. Yeah, these are his feet. Bend the legs back a little, fold in the sides, and make sure they line up properly, and tuck in the knees. It trims. By doing that, it trims some of the, I'm going to say trim off some of the fat on the legs and slim them down a little. A nice touch on my head. And there's the old classic Cup knees. You can go ahead and stand him up. Now, as you can probably tell, there is no popping out. There is no extensions. This dude is the same height in truck mode as is in robot mode, excluding the backpack. Including the backpack, he gains a little, I think like a, you'll see. Now, what I do is I tilt the front, because that one's always, that little thing's always kind of hard to pull up. Fold it, and then now, this thing kind of does like a magic unveiling type thing, where you see all this stuff is folded up, and when I move it around, boom, it's already transformed. It automorphs, because they're on little springs. See? Cool, huh? You just do that, fold the backpack up, and pull his head up till you hear a pop. And it puts the head in place. Yeah. And you pull the arms up and position them. And there you have Cup. Now, I want to say right off the bat, Cup, the instructions tell you to put the wheels like this. I thought that was flippin' silly to have them up like this, or like this. And these things are on hinges. You know what? I'm making them flush. And that, to me, looks a lot better. Now, the one thing I also do like is the lack of kibble on him. The only kibble on him that really, to me, really hinders him is these arm panels and the backpack. Other than that, the toy kind of flows for itself. And not to mention, this dude is freaking tall. He is so tall, I have to actually pose him in like a kneeling stance on my shelf, or else this actually scrapes, or this actually scrapes against the roof of the shelving. And I don't want that. Now, as I said, when you transform him, clip points open up, and they're actually right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the knives off here. Boom. Now he has knives. Now, of course, he's sporting the Classics 2.0, not point of articulation, modeling, where it's the same hole. So you can still have him hold different guns, which I'm really loving that I'm really loving that they're setting a standard for hole sizes, so not everything's all the different and each weapon's unique. It adds a lot more playability to each one of these toys. That's one to fight, but that's still in there. Reminds me of that one scene from The Mask where he pulls out those giant guns. And of course, you can take the clip point, put this back here. See, put that back there. And now see, that even adds a lot more height to him. See, where's a good comparison? Well, we have high comparisons right here. We have Blur, who was the tallest figure up to that point, and he beats him out because I usually have the sniper rifle in his other hand, and these are in here. Of course, he has to be obviously displayed with that. And here's Warpath. Warpath is a short, stubby dude. And of course, just so I can show it off, and he's already right here. Put this back here. Here he is next to Protector Armor. And as you can pretty tell, even next to Protector Armor, he's still kind of tall for a deluxe. That's the one thing that really shocked me. And the next thing that really shocked me is his height does not change. If you do not include the backpack, his height between robot mode and truck mode does not change that whatsoever. There is no expanding, there is no contracting. It's literally just unfolding things. You unfold the arms, you unfold the legs, and you unfold the head. That's all you do, as you probably saw in the transformation. But the transformation, at first it seems very complex. It really does. But as you transform it more and more, you realize it's actually quite simple. A simplicity I don't mind at all. Especially it's a nice break from the complexity of all these movie formers. Now, even though he is a complex, he's a simple transformer, does not mean they skipped on the articulation. His head is on a ball joint. He has a ball jointed hip. He has a thigh sole. He has a knee joint. He has articulated ankles. He has an actual shoulder blade joint, so you can have him slumping or slouching. He has a bicep swivel, which the wheel actually gets in the way on that one, because the wheel is attached to the back of the shoulder. So if you want him to move his arm, you're going to have to move the wheel and then move the wheel back. Like so. But he has a bicep swivel. He has a elbow joint. He has an inner joint like that. I don't know what you call that. But you can't switch it. It's a double hinge joint. So you can't have him like this. He can do this, and he can do that. But that's the most he can do. Get up there. Put the wheel back down. And so you can get this guy in some really good poses. Even when I was getting ready to film this review, I had him in a simple pose. Let's get this back off of here. And put this in his hand, if I want to go in. There we go. I just had him in a simple pose with his legs slightly out. He was standing up straight, and he was just looking down. Oh, his elbow was slightly... No, his elbow wasn't lightly. It was just down like so. This elbow was slightly bent. See, even naturally, he looks even good just in naturally relaxed poses and not epic, I'm going to pop your head off, even though he's sporting a sniper rifle, which I'm starting to see a lot of sniper rifles pop up in review, and not in reviews, but in Transformers lately. I'm not complaining. I'm a sniper rifle type of dude. I mean, first you have him, then you have Blur, then you have Perceptor, and I mean, sniper rifles are popping up a lot lately. I'm guessing they're finally realizing the death weapon that is a sniper. I'm a natural sniper myself, so of course I'm taking a liking to it. And of course you can still assume I'm uber actiony pose. And of course that ball jointed head is not hindered whatsoever. And thanks to the arm panels, you can kind of cheat, because his arms are kind of short. You can kind of cheat of him saying kind of like he's holding it. And I do like the fact that the arm panels kind of act as shields almost. See, I have to kind of pose him like this when he's on the shelf, or else he scrapes against the frickin' roof. And one point I want to kind of point out is that you can barely tell, but there's actually little flakes in the paint. Surprising thing is, I didn't notice this until right before I started reviewing this toy. I was like transforming, then I noticed it here on the headlamps. Then I took a closer look. This paint is everywhere. Let's see if I get my little trusty dusty flashlight in. Boom. You know, you can actually see it better in this light. Okay. But yeah, I really like the posability on this guy. This guy is really great. But the one problem is that he's starting to become in one of those waves of Transformers that is really starting hard to find. I found him, Warpath, a Scourge, and a Skullgrin at Target. I went to go get him. Oh no, and Wheeljack. It wasn't Skullgrin, it was Wheeljack. I went to go get him and Wheeljack. Him and Scourge were the only ones left. Wheeljack and Warpath were gone. And I was like, oh, I wanted Wheeljack. Wheeljack was my favorite one. My favorite G1 Transformer, because he's a scientist and I'm a scientist. He's a mad scientist. I'm an experimenter, so I can kind of relate to him a lot. Yeah, and I'm just showing off the movie trio: Blur, Kup, and Rodimus. I don't have Defender. I want my Defender so bad. I want him so bad, everybody. Anyway, this is Sergeant Kup. He is great. If you can pick him up, pick this guy up. He is much worth it. He will surprise you. Even though his transformation is simple, you will like it. The clip points, the additional clip points that pop up in robot mode add more playability. His gun, I love how it hides. I love how they gave him the faux windshield for his G1 look. I grew up on the movie, so having Kup was essential for me. Kup, Rodimus, Blur, Perceptor, Warbot Defender. I still need him. Warbot Defender and RC. Gotta get the animated one. Were on my list. So now that I got the list, I just need Ultra Magnus. It's gonna be fun trying to get him. Damn kids, get off my lawn! Oh man, I think this is a bad idea. Don't worry, man, he won't do anything to us. This morning, kid, get off my lawn before I get Betsy! Oh man, maybe we should do what he says. Man, Betsy's probably just his wife, just leave him alone. I murdered him! Holy shit, I'm out of here!